Welcome back to this episode of our new build series. Last episode you saw us complete our house pad, and now it's time to move on to the house foundations and our slab pour. We left the pad for close to 2 months before starting foundations. In this time, Mitch finalised all design, engineering and reports for the build itself and started ordering materials. In this period, we were hit with the fuel crises due to current global affairs and anticipated the increases on all materials. So we prioritised high-ticket items that we could store and afford while waiting for our first loan payment due to occur after lockup. This included PVC, which was the first purchase and delivery, luckily because not long after there were shortages. Then followed by all our plumbing fixtures, tapware, sinks and tubs. We got cladding sorted and stone, all exterior materials, the frame and trusses, and started orders on flooring and some other items. Now, onto our foundations.
We're going to measure off our shed to where the house is meant to be and put some marks on the ground to make sure that we're somewhat close. So then when I set up pegs like this, that they're in the right spot. So I want those pegs to be within, say, like a metre, the outside corner of each external point of the building. I've already got some marks there, and I'm pretty sure they're going to be right, but before I go do the rest of them, I just thought it'd be probably a good idea to double check, pulling off the house, spraying some marks on the ground for 100, and then the pegs are set out a metre from that. It should be sweet. That's wiggle room to adjust anything on the house.
And they're called profiles?
And the one setting up profiles, those are these pegs. That's what we're doing. We're going to use the profiles to then do the set out for the plumbing on the house and then do the concreting.
Once we got all the profiles set closest to the shed, we moved around to all the corners using this right-angled triangle frame to assist with making it square. All the string lines became our edge of slab, and it was time to measure and mark where all our piers had to go before the digger arrived the following week.
I live my day as if it was the last. Live my day as if there was no past. Doing it all night, all summer. Doing it the way I wanna. Yeah, I'ma dance my heart out till the dawn, but I won't be done when morning comes. Doing it all night, all summer. Gonna spend it like no other. It was a crush, but I couldn't get enough. It was a rush, but I gave it up. It was a crush, now I might have wanna said too much, but that's all it was, so I gave it up. I live my day as if it was the last. Live my day as if there was no past. Doing it all night, all summer. Doing it the way I wanna. Yeah, I'ma dance my heart out till the dawn, but I won't be done when morning comes. Doing it all night, all summer. Gonna spend it like no other. It was a crush. I kept saying I'ma stay in touch, but that thing went bust, so I gave it up. Ooh, no tricks, no bluff. I'm just better off without them cuffs. Yeah, the sun won't set on us. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah. When low, when high, still waters run dry. Gotta get back in the groove. I ain't never heard it. When low, when high, what matters is enough. Getting right back in the mood.
So, we're almost ready to start pouring piers. The digger man's coming back tomorrow because the other day, that's my digger, his digger blew a hose on Monday, and boy oh boy did he blow his kettle. We tried to fix it twice, going to the hose man's shop while he was away and crimping it ourselves. Did not go to plan, and on the third time that it blew, there was a lot of swearing coming from this bloke, and it was pretty funny. Wish I recorded it, but anyway. Today, I am building some strip footings. Don't really know what the I'm doing. Really had to look at this engineering a few times, and thank you to my good mate Jesse for pointing me in the right direction, for checking out a few things. I got my trusty Lincoln set up today, sussing out the stick setup, which is a first for me on this welder. Normally have it set up for MIG on alley, and it was too hard to change. This thing's unreal. It's pretty good, apart from having to swap the tips, which is really annoying. every freaking set of cages. It's running pretty well. Good old ChatGPT set me up with the settings for that welder, and I haven't changed it. It just works straight away. Where would I be without ChatGPT, honestly? Let's get into it, and I'll show you guys some welding. Probably really boring, but I'm going to show you anyway.
I live my day as if it was the last. Live my day as if there was no past. Doing it all night, all summer. Doing it the way I wanna. Yeah, I'ma dance my heart out till the dawn, but I won't be done when morning comes. Doing it all night, all summer. Gonna spend it like no other. Now I found another crush. The lush life giving me a rush. Had one chance to make me blush. Second time is one to let. Now I found another crush. The lush life giving me a rush. Had one chance to make me blush. Second time is one to let. I live my day as if it was the last. Live my day as if there was no past. Doing it all night, all summer. Doing it the way I wanna. Yeah, I'ma dance my heart out till the dawn, but I won't be done when morning comes. Doing it all night, all summer. Gonna spend it like no other.
88 piers, 12 strip footings. I am beat. Still got to finish welding up some cages this afternoon, and then it looks like I'm probably going to have to dig these ones just that little bit wider because they're short by about 100 mil. Don't freaking hate that. I had it marked out to where I thought, and I dug just a little bit to try and avoid that, but what do you know, still need extra because of that little extra bit there that wasn't really accounted for. I didn't think about it properly when I was looking at the detail to make these, but there's one of these for every hole, connecting one section of house to the other. There's some pretty deep piers down this end. They're about 1.5 deep, some of them. Roughly about a metre of fill here, so 500 into natural for the most part, and then some of them might be a little bit less just because out here it's so rocky, there's bugger all clay. Time to fill them up. My inspection tomorrow, and the boom pump on Tuesday, and the concrete truck will turn up. Let's go.
So we're just out here marking the plumbing for the wastewater. And I'm showing Ryder where his shower's going to be. We're in the shower, aren't we? And wash, wash, wash. These timbers are marking all the plumbing points for the main bathroom. Now you can use your string lines to find these wastewater points. However, our plumber said that pinning down a frame with those measurements labelled on there is more accurate, as it's directly there and you can pull out your measuring tape to mark the points and dig from there.
Another day coming to an end. Fumbling around, trying to get something done. without really knowing what I'm doing. Today, it was digging in the plumbing. So I started at this end and I set my laser up there with the slope function, so I'm hoping it's right, and I sloped it this way and picked up these couple lines along the way, which I don't know if they're even right, but this main bit is sweet until it gets to here. And then I reset the slope function again and set the laser here, and then I kept going as like the main line all the way through to the end of that bars room. So I'm hoping all that's okay, but I'd like to double check it. And then there's just these bits in here which they're still a little bit ups and down and not perfect, because I don't really know what the step ups are and where they are. I still didn't quite get my head around that. I'll check all that with the plumber in the morning, and I can sprinkle a little bit of 10mm gravel in here and up there, and hopefully you can get started, and then I can tidy up the bits that aren't right. So I thought I'll just leave this bit because there's a bit going on in here and everything's going to end up quite close to each other, and I thought I'd get the step up wrong or something if I do it, so figure that out tomorrow. That's it for today. I'm crook as a dog. Time to go inside. So Sunday I checked in and I dug most of this and started digging that way, I think, and I wasn't sure if I'd done it right, and turns out I did, according to the plumber. Started shallow here and I managed to figure out the slope function on my laser and set it through here as my main line, and then that way, and then this little step up to this section over here, and managed to get the whole house done in one day with me and the plumber. I just finished topping up the gravel this morning and packing it in with the shovel and making sure that when council comes to look, they can see all the junctions of what goes where and see the step ups, which is like these little slope bits. So like that's flat and this one's turned up a little bit, and that's sort of so that your poop comes around here and then it doesn't want to track back up this way, because it's not flat, it's sort of up on the angle, which I don't know if you can tell from there, but it's probably about 60mm higher there than what it is there, which apparently that's what you want. The minimum is 60mm. All worked out pretty good, except for, well, the plumber said it shouldn't be an issue, but I don't know if you can tell. All these pads that I've got, that's bottom of slab. It's going to be bottom of those white bits of foam over there, which are called pods. So where the pods go over this section, you're going to have to cut like at least 100mm out of the bottom of the pod, because the pipe ended up higher than this. There's that one, the very end over there, slightly higher as well. And then at this end as well. I'm hoping that doesn't become an issue, but I guess we'll find out. I just want to do a bit of a walkthrough. So this is where my main line exits the slab, and we've got an IO junction there for inspections down the track. I don't need a swivel joint because of my site classification came back as, I think it was M class maybe, don't quote me, but don't require a swivel joint. So we've got fall all the way back up to the other end of the house, and then coming off the main line is ensuite. So I've got bath here, which then falls to the floor waste, and then the floor waste goes back down the hill all the way back down into there. We've got the vanity, which feeds into that same line as well, and then toilet up there, which is like the lowest point of this section. Starts there, comes down here, and then there's a little step up there to come around here to make sure any poop coming down this way doesn't want to end up going around that corner. And then we've got here shower. And we've got butler's pantry sink here. Coming along the main line branch off here, kitchen sink. And then I've got to dig this in once I move that pile of dirt with backfilling. And that'll get me my water and power to the island from the wall of the kitchen. Something cool I learnt too, I was trying to dig on grade and figure it all out, and then the plumber said he's done hundreds of houses and this is pretty much how they do it. They sit the level on there just like so, and there's level, right? And set it down and see I've got about a quarter of the bubble over the line. That's all they look for. It's really that primitive. I really would have thought most guys would do it with a laser and there'd be a bit more finesse. But apparently that is all we need. I can just go around and plonk this on anywhere and check it. And I think this one may have a little bit more fall. I've already checked this one. Yeah, see, this one's got a little bit further. So there's level, and then there's where you'd want to be if it was like a toilet, and this is just shower. So he said that shouldn't be an issue. And then this is the line for the toilet. Which, yeah, quarter bubble. Continuing up here, toilet line. Quarter bubble. One last check. Quarter bubble. Right. I think that's pretty cool. Anyway, so we were up there at the kitchen. Main line comes to here. And this is sort of like the main line continuing this way. And everything going that way is what we call a branch. So it's got the step up. So this one here is lower than this one by 60 mil. And it comes around here. And this one continues to the toilet. And then this is like a branch off the branch. So it's got a step up there again of 60 mil. Toilet comes around this way and around this way. That's the toilet all the way down the end there, that one. And then it's a toilet clear out. It's a wall vent, which helps let air in to help go suck it all out. You've got step up and step up for floor waste, vanity, and another floor waste, bath, shower. A three-way bath in there. And then coming this way, we've got provision there for an outdoor patio sink. And then branching off this main line, toilet and a clear out. Branching off floor waste, vanity for the powder room. And then coming this way, end of the main line, we've got another vent, I believe that one was a vent, and this is sink for the laundry. I was going to have a floor waste, but I don't actually need one because I'm going to put an overflow protection device in my sink, so that I don't need one. Just finishing off the last little bit of plumbing here on the outside of the slab because the plumber wasn't going to come back, and then I can fill my dust up in here tomorrow. The boy's got to start on putting boards up today, and just have the crusher dust spread in here tomorrow morning, and we can put those last couple boards in and finish forming up. It's coming together quick. So the plumbing inspection this morning, all went well. Got that ticked off, and then I started backfilling, and the boys just turned up to start doing the boards. I've got most of the perimeter done. Just left out this little bit here so we can put crusher dust in the morning, which is about to turn up. Good old Westie around the corners bringing me some dust, and I'm heading off to Sparky's house to get some more conduit stuff so I can put in my electrical rough in, so we're good to fill up. That's it for today. Should be close to formed up tomorrow.
So at this point, the boys got all the mesh in and under slab foundations done. We had our council inspection for it, going back around and checking everything. They did say that we missed a few parts of the steel rod foundations. So Mitch just went around filming the bits that were missed for the boys to fix before pouring the slab.
That's the toilet. Bye.
I haven't done a recap for a couple of days, but we're done with crate. And yesterday I attempted with one of the neighbours' tractors with a mud bucket to start moving some dirt around, and without a 4-in-1 and with this janky old lever for controls on this old tractor, it was just not much fun. So I ended up binning that and getting in a posse. It was going to cost me $350 to hire a posse on dry hire, plus going and getting it, plus the diesel you put into it. I ended up getting one of the local guys with a posse that was probably twice as big to come in and spread it all and use a spreader bar and level it all pretty nice. Even broke up a lot of the big rocks too, so it's out now even drivable for the wife's car on here. And that was $550. So, and I was able to get on with doing other things too. So I think that was money well spent. I think the moral of that one is it's not always better to do it yourself. Sometimes when you weigh it up with hiring stuff, and you're almost better off just getting someone else. Because it only took him a couple hours. I didn't need him for a whole day. Twice the size of machine. Obviously going to be a lot better operator, being what he does all the time as well. Anyway, slab's done. It's definitely not as flat as I was hoping. I'm definitely going to have to probably grind it, I think, for my vinyl flooring in spots, but all in all, it looks okay. Moment of truth will be this morning. I've already gone around and tried to sweep all the edges and blow them best I can so I can start doing my flick out when the boys get here soon. And the frames will be here about 8:30. Hopefully by this afternoon I'll have a lot of the walls up. Definitely by tomorrow afternoon have all the walls up and plumbed and be close to ready for trusses for Monday or Tuesday when they turn up, which will be exciting. Should be all pinned up by next week, I'd say.
Stay tuned for our next video. It's a very exciting one. We get our frames and trusses. They go up so quick. We'll give you a tour and show you the design inside. Thank you so much for watching. It is a really fun experience documenting this journey with our young family. We are so in love with how it is coming together, despite all the hurdles and stressful moments. Obviously, it is not easy. We're working really hard and barely see each other at the moment. We're just trying to get our build to lock up so we can have a breather before getting onto the internals. All right, see you next video. Thanks.